420 Jim here. Yep. Welcome to the channel. This whole month, a couple of things going to change here and there. It's going to be a little boring. Please bear with me. For those that don't know who I am, I'm a cannabis advocate, and I've done things like that there, making headlines since 2014. March 1st of 2014, I took it on to try and change a few laws on cannabis. Number one, nobody belongs in prison for cannabis. Belongs in jail for cannabis, under federal or state. No one. So we need to get them released. No one needs a marijuana record. You know, everything's a lie that could be proven easily. Hang on one sec. Oh, I thought I had someone tap over there. Excuse me. Hey, Sean, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Sean? Hey, guess what? Guess what? I think I'm going to put Florida. I think I'm going to get a new state this year. I think I'm going to try and go down to Florida this year. I'm glad you're doing good, my friend. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and go down to Florida and see my family. I talked to my real sister today. You know, God is so great. I haven't talked to my real brother and real sister in almost 40 years. And over the last, 3 days, I've talked to both of them. Yeah, they're down between Tampa and Orlando. They live about, an hour away from each other. And man, I got so many, nieces and nephews and stuff I've never met. Yeah, I've got to go. I've got to do it. It'd be great. It would be great. So hopefully I get on the road here in April and people help me get around. It'd be nice if, because for years people asked me to come to Florida, and I never went down there because of that old traffic warrant. And it'd be good now if I can get that taken care of before I go down there and go down there and visit them. I mean, before I didn't have a reason to do it. What the heck is that? Oh, resin. I wondered what that was. Some resin from pipe. That's why I don't like pipes. So anyhow, that's why I never went to Florida, because, I never knew where any of my family was or nothing. So, But now that I know where they are and everything like that, well, heck yeah. Heck yeah, might as well. I forget how many grandkids and great-grandkids my sister has. She's a year younger than me. She's got I think 5 boys right now. She lost her daughter. A ton of kids and grandkids. I think, yeah. I'm not even gonna say how many I think, because I forgot how many she told me. But hey, there's the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Screenshot and sign. Remember, can't we all just get a bong? Next week, I can't. My website's down. I owe them $28, and it's down until the 1st because I ain't got $28 to give them. But after the 28th, you can go to 420jim.com, sign the petition. Yeah. First time in 10 years I missed paying it, but I can't pay what I ain't got. Everyone needs a little Jesus, and that's the correct spelling for my name. And I did get that paperwork back from the federal Mark Kelly senator's office. and they screwed up my name, spelt it wrong, so I've got to send them that paperwork back and get them corrected, and so it's going to be another week or two on that, I guess. But that's okay. But I'd sure like to have this on the road right around April 1st. Maybe get me a couple sponsors for the windows and stuff. We'll see what can happen. Hey, thank you. Bless you. Let's go back inside because my eye hurts out here in the sun. For those that don't know, I had eye surgery Monday. Retinal detachment. They took the oil out that's been in my eyes for 6 months. And I've got a little bubble in here now. It's real blurry. I do have some vision. It should come back over the next 4 weeks more and more. I do have a little vision, which I'm blessed because I could end up with no vision. Hey, so what's your problem with that, brother? What's your problem with that? I put every penny I make into trying to get cannabis prisoners out of jail. How much have you spent? Have you got an RV that you donated as a billboard? Did you paint that RV like I did? I just paid every penny, except I think someone helped me with $80 on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have the $28 for the website, but you know what? I paid for that website for 10 years. Yeah, me, not you. No one else, me. Why? To get cannabis prisoners out of jail. But you know what? I need haters and trolls like you on the page, and every comment you make, it helps me. And the only thing I'm going to tell you back is, hey, won't you help a brother out with $28? And remember, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. So, you know, if you want, help a brother out with about $28. Who's fentanyl? Jesus is great. Oh, you know, the people that mock me, you know, they don't believe in Jesus and stuff, you know. And what can I say? You know, I gotta give my haters forgiveness. You know, for Jesus to give me forgiveness, of course I got to give the haters forgiveness. And you know, every time they tap the button in hate, it's good for me. It's real good for me, because number one, it shows their ignorance, and number two, it helps the algorithm. Yeah. Hey, Ruben, how you doing? Oh no, you know, you got to bless the haters. You got to bless the haters like I do. You know, who knows what's gone wrong in their life where they need to hate and stuff. You know. My two biggest trolls I got, which I've got a couple, yeah, they're cannabis advocates, but they hate me. Why? Because I did 10 times the job they could ever do being an advocate. That's the only reason why. Why else would they? You know, so it is what it is. Well, money's not everything, my brother. I mean, yeah, I wished I had the $28 to pay for my website right now, but you don't see me boo-hooing and crying about it. I'm not on TikTok and begging people for money or nothing. I just happened to mention my website's down, and I didn't have the $28 this month to give to them. Putting a hot water heater in and eating was a little bit more important, you know, and I just forgot about it. But at the end of the month, because I'm retired, I take my retirement and I pay the website. Done it for 10 years. But the difference is I give back when people help me. Like Mr. Sean was on here earlier. Mr. Sean, a couple months ago, sent me $20, and I put a big cross out here he wanted me to put on for him. And it says 1 cross plus 3 nails equals forgiveness. I'll show it to you in a minute. I do things like that. I love giving back. When I'm on the road, whether a person donates a penny, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, a hug, I give them one of these, and they get a ride on my RV. Try and go tag a Salvation Army pot during Christmas or something. They ain't gonna that shit. At least I love to give back, make people part of the mission. You'll take weed then. There you go. Hey, take all the weed you want from someone. I mean, don't go take it from them, but hell, go grow you some weed. Get a job, whatever. Do I have weed? No. The only time I get weed right now is when once a month I get my check and I'll buy an ounce. And if I run out, I have a friend that helps me out and brings me a little bit here and there. What do you mean, how do I get weed? What do you mean, how do I get weed? I'm retired. I get retirement. As soon as my eye is fixed, I could go back to work. Oh, but I'm going back out on the road for a year. Heck, I don't even know, Jason. What do you mean from who? Where did I buy it and all? I live in Arizona, and we have dispensaries here. There's the Mint Dispensary. They're one of my sponsors a couple of years ago. There's Jars. See, you got me all wrong, man. You want to see who I am? You want to see who I am? That's who I am. That's me in 2020. I've been doing this from 2014 until now. That's who I am. I'll show you something even funnier than that. I'll show you something funnier than that. Check this out. 420 Jim. Last name Jim. First name 4. Middle name is 20. That would be me. Yeah. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. We need our prisoners free, and we need it out of a Class 1 narcotic. It's not a Class 1. It's never been a Class 1. That's why I travel, to educate people, dumb people. Hey, thank you. They edited your comment, but thank you for the. That's cool. That's cool. What do you mean? Where's my shower at? It's an RV. You can be a troll all you want, my friend. Jesus loves you too. I have a shower in the RV. Matter of fact, weren't you just listening a few minutes ago when I said that, when you was saying something about me not paying my GoDaddy, and I told you that it was more important to put a hot water heater in? What do you think that was for? So use a little sense there, my friend. Why else would you think that I was putting a hot water heater in? Wrong guy, whatever. I don't know what that is. It's smoke with Jesus. I'm not Jesus. He looks... If this guy was a little darker, he'd look more like him than him. But I love Jesus. Yeah. I smoke with him all the day. Every day I smoke with him. He don't smoke with me, but I smoke with him every day I get a chance. Absolutely. And you want to really get into the Bible and deep thought? Yeah, get nice and stoned and read the Bible. Telling you. I'm telling you. It's good for you. It's good for you. I do it all the time, brother. I do it all the time. But that one was asking me about where do you get your weed and all this, that, and the other. See, we have dispensaries out here. We have dispensaries out here. You just, of course, there's people on the street that sell it too and whatnot, but in Arizona, it's recreational. You don't have to have a medical card. All you got to do is have a driver's license. And you can go down here and, depending, right now, at the right time, you can get an ounce for about 110 out the door. Now the really, really good stuff's going to cost you more like $400 or $500 out the door. But a decent one, I can get for about 110 out the door now through the dispensary. And it's hard to find anybody on the street nowadays that sell it for that, that price. Hey, CBTHC, yes, I am. I live by the border, get on the street. Yeah, if I have the choice of getting it on the street or dispensary, I'll always get off the street. Number one, you don't pay the guy on the street tax. Yeah. Number two, and the biggest one, he don't care about your gun rights. So yeah, always see your local guy first if you can. Always, definitely. I agree with you on that. Always seek a local guy first. Because like I say, he don't care about your gun rights. He ain't going to turn you in or swipe your license or nothing and could come take them away. And he's not going to tax you. So, yeah, definitely. Always see your local guy first. But my whole mission, the whole time I've been on the road doing this, when people, hey, man, I don't want legal, you're going to ruin my business. And I'm like, nah, man. I tell everybody, see your local guy first. and then they come around and smoke one with me, Because, yeah, I've always said, see your local guy first, always. Just like you can't spell healthcare without THC. You can't spell pharmacy without harm. For years, this was called from 2017 till just a couple months ago, this RV was called the Cannabis. Right on. And then it became, I gave it to a vet at one point, and he gave it back, and I called it the Cannabis 2 then. But when I first got it, I wanted to name it what it's named now, because it's a Winnebago. It's a 1987 Winnebago RV. So this year, when I decided to make one more year on the road, I decided to go ahead and change the name. There's the cross I was talking about that Mr. Sean donated $20, and I put a cross on there for him. Of course, this is where everybody's going to sign it, penny, nickel, dime, just like that door, see? I didn't paint the door. The whole body of the motorhome will have 20, 30,000 signatures by the time I get back. Hopefully in November. But it takes lots of dimes, pennies, nickels, and dollars to get to DC and back. I get 7 miles to the gallon, but, it's a mobile billboard. Bud's Creek, for 3 different years, I went up there and worked and made $3,000 each time to keep it on the road. There was 3 or 4 times I painted apartments in Tennessee. One year I did 39 days straight without a day off at a truck stop. Hell, that was way back in 2014. So I've always worked every year to keep it on the road except this year, and because of my eye, I can't. I just finished eye surgery on Monday, and hopefully this retina stays up. If not, well, I'll have one eye, and I'll have to have that cataract fixed, and then I'll be able to drive still. But good Lord will, and the creek don't rise the way things are going. My vision's clearing up. I mean, I can drive right now. So it's only going to get better and better. And hopefully in April, it'll be perfect again. That would be cool. But I mean, I'm able to drive right now, so April 1st, somewhere in that area. Hey, Mr. Will, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Mr. Will's been with me a while. Hopefully right around April 1st, somewhere between April 1st and April 11th, I will hopefully be headed out. I don't think he was on here, Mr. Will, when I made the announcement that I'm going to try my best to go to Florida this year now. I just heard from my real sister, and she's got a whole flock of kids down there now. But I just heard from my real sister, and oh my gosh, you know. You just got off of work? Right on. Yeah, I've had a few people on. A couple of the trolls were on earlier. They're probably still on, that they quit making comments. But at least they're not sending messages no more and, doing the other things they were doing. Right on, right on. There you go. Just, yeah, it worked. There you go. Right on. Oh. Hey, for those that don't know, I'm on Facebook. I do a live on Facebook, like Mr. Will. He's been on there for years. Heck, I've got some people that's been on there the whole 11 years, all the way back from 2014. You can find me by typing in my name, FOURTWENTYJIM, just spell it out. And you can follow me or friend me on Facebook, follow the journey. YouTube, I'd like everybody to hit that subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Subscribe, set the notifications up, because help me build this channel. When I hit that road, I'm going to use YouTube a lot for my lives. I'll still do Facebook and whatnot, but I will really want to build a YouTube channel. 10 years of Facebook ain't done crap. So far as the mission. Maybe YouTube will help it or do a little bit better. I don't know. Everything always depends on the people. As soon as I can, I'll get this website up. If the good Lord blesses me with $30 between now and the 28th, it'll be back up. But other than that, it's going to be next week before I get the website back up. And see, I'm feel blessed because the last day to pay it is the 28th, or I have to rebuild it, and I'm not going to do that. Well, we actually I don't get my check until the 1st, but this month, the first, or next month, the 1st is on a Saturday or Sunday, whatever. We get our check on the 28th. So, if push comes to shove, hopefully, I'll call them the morning of the 28th and say, hey, here's my credit card. Go ahead and put it through, and, because my retirement check should be in on the 1st. Hey, if something happens, well, it's not meant to keep it. I mean, I've had it 10 years. This is the first time I missed payment to where I can lose it. That's a pretty good streak. Pretty good streak. And I'm only keeping it to one more year anyway. So, I'd like to keep it. I want to keep it. And I'll try to keep it. But I wouldn't have even known that, had somebody not tried to go on it yesterday on my live here and tell me that it wouldn't load, I wouldn't have even known. They didn't send me a notice. Normally I get a notice, but they sent it to my old email, so I didn't get a notice. I've done lots and lots of things. One of my careers was driving tow truck for 13 years. And my best friend got shot and killed standing beside me, so I kind of got out of that. I delivered boats and did diving and stuff like that for a few years. My family's owned a sign shop in Tampa ever since I was knee-high to the grasshopper, worked through the sign shop for years. The carnival, 8 different carnivals. I ran the Gravitron. Yeah. Work's easy to find. Every year on this journey, except this one, I've worked. The one before, I was in Quartzsite, Arizona, and I was buying and selling stuff to make money. Tennessee, 3 or 4 years, I painted apartments for Neely's. Bud's Creek, I dug their pond 2 or 3 years, and I worked the Nationals once or twice. Every time I left there, it was with $3,000 or more. So, Awesome Possum, before they became crooks out there, nothing but liars and thieves. I'd never, ever tell anyone to ever go out that way. Before I would, but not after. No, people need to stay away from there. But I was there a couple of different winters where, I made up $2-3 before I hit the road. Oh heck, I did 36 states. I've been crisscrossing America for 11 years to 36 states. 2 years ago, I was basically coast to coast. Just on the other side of Quartzsite, Arizona, you got California, Bly, California, or however you pronounce that name. So I actually went across the California line to the dispensary, and then I went all the way to Starks, Maine, and then back here to Arizona. And that's just over the last couple of years. This is back in 2020. You can see the name of the town. I don't know how to pronounce it. I stopped there because I was on my way to an event in Ohio, and this little town, the name, and come find out that's where Neil Armstrong grew up at. I don't remember. I think one year I came to Tucson, but I really don't remember if I stopped in. I think I came through Tucson one time, but it's been so long and everything. I don't remember. I don't remember if I've done Tucson, Phoenix, and I think I did. I came through El Paso and then Tucson and up to Phoenix. But man, I've been to so many cities and states, whatnot. It makes my head hurt trying to think of all the places I've been. But I think I did come through Tucson at one point. No, probably not that. But man, when you've been to as many states and cities and stuff I've been to, yeah. Now, if I sat down and thought about it and whatnot, I'd remember, or I could go back to my timeline. I'd have to put in a couple of hard drives and go through them and whatnot, and I could find out. I mean, if you say I was in Tucson, I'm not going to doubt it. Because, there's so many places, but some stick out, some don't. I'll never forget Kingston, Tennessee, because of what happened there, Huntington, West Virginia, just different places, different things happen. I'll always remember them, but there's so many other places that nothing happened that probably been there, but I don't, Hell, I just learned today that my dad died before my mom. And I always thought my mom had died before my dad. Don't know how I got that twisted. But after hearing it from my brother the other day, and I'm like, nah, I think you're thinking. Nope, I heard it from my sister, so I was wrong. But, sometimes we don't remember our childhood and stuff or things back in the past so well because we like to hide that stuff away. So. I've been back to Arizona half a dozen times since I started this in 14. So it wouldn't surprise me that I did go through Tucson. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Flagstaff, Glendale, all them, definitely. Kingman. Kingman's one of my favorite places. I got some really good friends near Sigelman, I think it's called. So, let me find my glasses. I'm still having trouble reading small print. Where in the heck? Oh. Oh gosh, that's a hard one there. That's a hard one. You know how people say, yeah, I'd like to live over. Not me. If I had the knowledge I did right now and could do it again, yeah. But just no knowledge or nothing and try and go, I don't know if I'd want to go through everything again. But if I had that knowledge I did now, oh yeah, I'd love to go through life again. Let me read that one more time, and I'll see if I can answer that one for you. Because that's deep, and I like that. That's good. Yeah, that's one I don't think I can just answer off the hip like that. Really. I mean, that's a deep one that I'd like to put thought in and stuff like that. I don't want to just answer that one off the hip. I mean, I've got I regret I never joined the Coast Guard. I tried to join when I was 16. I lied, told them I was 17 and all. And I was down there signing the papers, doing all that. And now I guess they checked with my dad or whatever. And he's only 16. And I wasn't allowed to join. And after that, I got into fishing, Now, if it had took me back then, I would have been in the Army or something back then, and, But they wouldn't let me join, so I ended up running out into California, chasing a chick, getting on the tuna boats, and fell in love with the tuna, and didn't even think about the Coast Guard or nothing. One of my biggest regrets in life is not joining the United States Coast Guard. If I had a way to go back and change things, I don't know if I'd be a rescue swimmer. Probably. But somewhere in that Coast Guard I would be. Probably driving one of the boats or something. I don't know if I could make it through their training for the rescue swimmer. But then again, I'm a certified diver. I could have trained when I was younger, and who knows, maybe I could have been one. But I definitely would have loved to have been in the Coast Guard. And if I could just turn back that dial, I'd either be in the Coast Guard or wish I'd been born 20 years earlier and be on the tuna boats. Because until the seiners wiped that out and all, oh man, it was so fun working on the boats. So fun. Hard work, a lot of work, good money, but it was fun. But man comes along and destroys everything. They eventually do. Look at the world right now. But I like that question and all, and that's one I'd have to write down and think upon, and that's a cool question. All I can say on that is Don't keep waiting. If there's something you want to do not keep waiting. Procrastinating and waiting, you're never going to do it. I've done that many times. There's so many times I should have went with it, and I regret I didn't. You know, so if you really got that urge and whatnot, I'm going to say it is the right time. You know, but maybe that's not meant to be too. So the only thing I can say there is, you know, pray on it. If you know, like I wasn't into Jesus and God and all that back growing up and stuff like I am now. Now I just pray on things and it comes to me. And had I prayed and everything back then and whatnot, it would have probably come to me then. You know what I mean? But I wasn't close. I wasn't listening to. We all have the good and the evil in us. The Holy Spirit is in each and every one of us. I don't care. The old cartoons, the devil and the angel, or the Indians tell you the two wolves. And the one that wins in our life is the one that we feed, whether it's hate and all that crap or whether it's blessed and good. Took me a long time to learn all that. A lot of hard lumps. So, and it was a shame because it was being bounced around in foster homes and religion being forced on me and everything that turned me away from it. Turned me totally away from it. My brother I just come back to, he's a Baptist preacher. Back when last time I seen him like 40 years ago, he gave $1 million worth of all of his stuff, his house, everything in the church, and went off. Missionary and this, that, and the other. And I told him at that time, you know, that no, Jesus hadn't done nothing for me and this, that, and the other, and thought he was wasting his time and stuff. Well, he was, I'm not going to say he was right. Now me, I wasted all my time and, you know, had this not come up, if a cop hadn't arrested me, well, he didn't arrest me, I'll take it back. If I hadn't have complained about a cop making a ticket for no insurance, which he should have and he didn't, none of this would have happened. All this happened, the starting point of this in my life, we were sitting at a red light and Comcast cable come down the hill, icy and snow, and slammed in the back of the truck. And if they would have simply paid for the doctors, you know, and stuff, you know, we weren't looking for no big money or anything like that. If they had repaired the truck and paid the doctor's stuff, everything would be fine. But nobody wanted to pay nothing, and the company had no insurance. And they were from Colorado, working in New Mexico. So that's what started this whole journey right here, believe it or not. Absolutely. That sheriff got pissed because I made a complaint for him not giving him a ticket for no insurance. Hell, if it'd been me or you, we would have got a ticket for no insurance. Why give a company a break like that? Hell yeah, give them a ticket. So about a month after I signed that complaint form against that officer, a so-called friend, and I think I told that story yesterday, pulls up, wants a couple grams. Yeah. I had just been set up by the G2 Drug Task Force run by the Sheriff's Department. But, you know, long story short, here I am. I didn't face no prison time. They can't prove to me or my jury what narcotic is in marijuana. So here I am. They found me incompetent to stand trial. You know, how do you go from being incompetent to stand trial to pulling the permits? Okay, I never even knew Mount Rushmore had an amphitheater or anything. I've never been to Mount Rushmore before. But I'm out at Fairburn near Mount Rushmore and all, and we get to talking, me, a couple friends and whatnot, and I come up with the idea, you know, yeah, Mount Rushmore, where great minds got stoned. And that was the bumper sticker that we actually made. It had the outline of Mount Rushmore. It said, where great minds got stoned. I just got on the internet and searched out, you know, how could I get that amphitheater there? And, you know, a little research about this, that, the other. And, you know, I've always said that God gave me the right to cannabis, and no man has any right to write any laws governing my religious belief. If they do, they're nil and void. That's in the Constitution. And I wholeheartedly believe that God gave me this plant and this mind, and they, whatever they tell me, they can't. So that's why I fight it in the court under anything. So that's called your religious rights, right? So where all the money was, this for the park, this for the rangers, this for the parking, this, the only thing that had to be paid for, and that was by anybody that comes there, you must have your yearly pass to come there. But everything else was done under my religious rights. It didn't cost me 1 penny. Not 1 penny at all. And the local normal group posted, "Don't waste your money for the park." I mean, we weren't charging. But to see Ross Don Meeks, if you was to search that name and U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, it'd pop up. Their case is how the Rastafarians won their rights to marijuana. They are the ones that set the precedent, that the presidents, or what do you call that on a case law, as to where the Rastafarians won their legal rights under their religion to pot through U.S. versus Meeks. She was my co-host. That's why I say when Normal says that, no, they don't want legal, their donations stop. Why the hell would their one chapter even do that? You know what I mean? But there's other chapters out there that make up for them that are really good chapters. And most of the people in Normal are great. I'm just talking about the head ones, the ones that get all that money and they don't want to keep coming in. There you go. There you go. No weapon against the shall fire. Absolutely. But if you got a dream, you got to chase it now, because pay attention to what they're talking about. Number one, basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible. We are in Revelations. What part? I don't know. Personally, I think we started the 7-year tribulation, and we're going to have 3.5 years of good, and we're going to have 3.5 years of bad. And at the end of the bad, it's going to be that choice mark or not, blah, blah, blah. As in really, really, really bad. But that's just what I think. But if you of course, like Trump says, he got away from the world health organization. They're still there. They're still empty. All that stuff's still there. We're just not joined to them and whatnot. And you know what they say, by 2030, you'll own nothing and like it. Smart cities, all this stuff coming up, I'm not into them. I'm not into them at all. The digital money, when they can take your money and turn it on and off and stuff and tell you what you can and can't buy and stuff. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to their future much after 2030. So, and if I am right about the tribulation, according to them, first they said it was going to hit Earth, wormwood, the meteor or whatever. First, it got one day closer to hitting Earth or something, their timeline, one more danger point or whatever. That corrected. Now they say it's going to hit the moon. You never know with NASA. Nothing's going to hit that the good Creator, the good Lord above, don't want to hit. I tell you that, because only He can get it through the firmament. No one else can. Only the good Lord can get it through the firmament. Oh no, not 2032, it's 2020, or maybe it is. I thought it's 2027 now that they were saying. It could be 2022, but yeah. But see, NASA, when they first started, they were underwater exploration. Now I've seen things on TikTok saying that they're now going. No, NASA started off underwater. Nothing about rockets. Nothing. But you got to ask yourself, because the waters hadn't been all searched yet back then. What the heck did they see down there that NASA automatically got out of the ocean, got the biggest budget imaginable daily to get off this planet? You think they seen a Leviathan or something down there? Something scared NASA out of the water, and they ain't really been back since. Or if they have, it's secretive. Ever since NASA got out of that water, we started building spaceships to try and get off the planet. And I truly believe, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but like I say, I run a Gravitron 8 years for the carnival. That's the loss of gravity. It's a big centrifuge is what it is. And if you sit perfectly in the center like I did, you just spin around real fast, just like everybody else. But I can see you, and you can see me, because we're spinning at the same time. I just don't get the centrifugal force. The farther you come away from the center, it's called centrifugal force. Gravity's never been proven, by the way. Never. Centrifugal force has. Take an album back in the day, the old record players, you put a penny near the middle, turn on any speed, it'll stay there. But the farther you put it out, depending on the speed, it'll sling right off. Okay, NASA, the serpent's tongue is in their logo, by the way. The red logo, imagine a big snake behind that. Yeah, the serpent's tongue, NASA. Every rocket shot on an angle, and they end up in the Bermuda Triangle and shit. You know, even Elon Musk knows we can't get out of the firmament. You see it scrape the dome a couple times. Oh, they've tried busting it. They tried back in the 70s, I think it was, to literally bust it when they put the nukes up in the sky. But when I ran that Gravitron, spinning every day, I knew damn well that we ain't on no damn spinning ball going through no galaxy. That ain't no way we are. And when you think about it, you know, if you was to just take a helicopter and hover, you know how helicopters hover? You get one of them little electric ones, you know, and you just hover, and it stays right there and just hovers. Why can't a helicopter just hover up, wait 30 minutes, come down in China or something? You know, the world's spinning, right? Yeah. But see, they can't admit to it. And they probably will never admit to it. I mean, there's research out there enough to teach people that want to know. But one of my head trolls, his biggest problem with me is I'm a flat earther. Well, my Bible tells me that. Common sense tells me that. I've been in an airplane. I did not see no curvature. I mean, you know, I was up in a jet. I didn't see any curvature at all. You would think you'd see some, you know, as far as you could see. Yeah. But once the globe is disproved, and see, we're on a globe, basically, half a globe. That's not what to tell you. You're half a globe. A big old flat rectangle, square, who cares? But there's an angel in each corner where the pillars are that holds up the earth and the firmament. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So NASA, man, anybody can tell me anything they want, and they're going to. But I think that's why the good book tells me not to fear. You know, the only thing you got to fear in life is that you're not saved, that you're not following the teachings of Jesus. You know, because to get to the Father, you got to go through the Son, because He paid that blood price. That's the whole difference. He played a blood sacrifice, you know, just like these cows are getting ready to make a sacrifice and all. Back in the day, all sacrifices was made by blood. So no one will get through the Father if they don't go through the Son. And, you know, I mean, that's my beliefs, and I hope people respect that. And if, they do something else, hey, it's cool. One of us is right, one of us is wrong. But it's not up to us to fight or anything about that, who's right or wrong. We'll find out in the end. You know what I mean? Me, the way I believe, the only thing I really got to do is follow the Ten Commandments. And that's the golden rule. The Ten Commandments is the golden rule. You don't want to be lied on, cheated on, stolen from, or nothing, so just stop it, cut it out. you know? And we all sin, we all say, because we this, that, and the other. All we got to do is just try and live each day and live them Ten Commandments, and I guarantee you we're fine. I think we're fine as kind. Because there's people that don't know God's name, and it tells you in the Bible, do not forget my name. I always knew his name wasn't God. I always thought it was I am. I am the beginning, I am the end. But it actually tells you in the Bible it's Yahweh. There's no J's back in the day. It was Yahshua. Now, if one don't know that and grows up their whole life believing in Jesus, well, the Father and Jesus knows that, of course. You never heard the true name. You've been bamboozled, but they would know that. So I don't think people that don't know the real name might, that be held against them. I don't think so. Unless once they hear the truth. Then I think it's up to us to go try and figure out, well, if they didn't have J's back then, it can't be Jesus. And just like these, I don't even consider these idols. A lot of people think these is Jesus. I've had people tell me I look like Jesus. No, Jesus wasn't no white guy running around. So, so I like I say, I don't know. That's my beliefs, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not man's Christian, and I'm not a Rastafarian. I'm a Christafarian. Oh yeah, everything's happening just like it's supposed to, and we can't change it. We can't change it. My mission right here proves a couple points, and then I got to go. This RV, I tried to sell it. Nobody bought it. I put it up for an auction. A troll, whoever, a troll, overbid the auction, overbid it. Couldn't do it on the auction. So I ended up giving it basically to a vet. He had bought most of the tickets to the drawing and stuff. But anyhow, I give it to the vet. He's in Topeka. I drive away in a rental car. I come back to live with my family. 2 months later, they get thrown out of the house because of the pandemic. Sold out from underneath them. They had to come back to Arizona. I had nowhere to go. The second time, the vet said, yo, the Lord ain't done with you. Come get your motorhome back. Get back out on the road. He gave it back to me. Now, that would have never happened. Had I sold it, either outright at the beginning, or had I sold it in the auction. What's the chances of getting it back from someone? And even giving it away to someone, what's the chances of giving it back? Yeah, the Father above knew everything that was going on. He knew everything and that pisses my troll off to this day so bad. He's made it his life point to let everybody know that he didn't mess up that auction. He didn't, but one of his friends did. I mean, who else would have, But they couldn't help it. It was from God. And the only reason I really think it was him, because he'd tell you he don't believe in Jesus and he don't pray. And that's sad. And that's why I give him forgiveness and really hope they would turn their lives around and come back and find Jesus. I thank the Heavenly Father all the time that for not giving up on me. We give up on them. They don't give up on us. And with that, my friends, I need to get out of here. I got to charge my battery. Please join me here tomorrow at 4:20 if you like. Join me tonight on Facebook. Just under 2 hours from now, I'll be on Facebook at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Look up 420 Jim, FOURTWENTY JIM. until then, my friends, peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, we can all get along. My dogs, Lilu and Jack, love you. I love you, and Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.